Hello and welcome back to Artemisse Tarot. Thank you for joining me today for this reading all about your coming winter season. This is a timeless winter forecast, which means no matter when you are watching this, it will give you a look at what your next winter season might bring. We shall take a peek at the overall energy of your winter, what is happening around you, your personal growth, love and relationships, as well as some blessings or surprises that might come your way. And as always, I want to say thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to support this channel. Let us jump right into taking a look at the three groups that we have for today. Group 1 has the Frost Cloud. Group 2 has the Candlelight Cloud. And Group 3 has the Snowstorm Cloud. Take your time to pick the reading that's calling out to you the most. You are welcome to pause the video if you would like, and feel free to pick more than one reading if you are drawn to them. There could be a unique combination of messages for you. Once you have decided, you can find your timestamp down below, and I will meet you at your reading. This reading is for those of you who have chosen Group 1 with the Frost Cloud. Thank you for joining me and welcome to your reading all about the winter season that is coming next from whenever you are watching this. Let us jump right into it, and we will start by diving into the overall energy of your winter season. These cards here will give us a little snapshot of what kinds of energies might shape your next winter, including the people around you, the atmosphere, as well as the themes that could guide us this time in your life. So starting with our first card, we have the Taurus Boss, and it says the strengths are stable, attentive, careful. Weaknesses are bossy, inflexible, insensitive, and interactive style would be concerned, instructive, explicit. And this is April 21st to May 21st. This card represents the energy of someone significant who will be playing an important role during your coming winter season. Now, this does not necessarily mean that this is a romantic partner. It could also be your own energy, or it could be someone else close to you, like a friend or family member, or even someone connected to your work or your daily life. This Taurus energy does feel very steady and grounded as well as practical. This is the kind of person who shows up consistently. They are usually the dependable one, the one who tends to keep things running smoothly, even when everyone else is a little bit all over the place. They may have a calm or more quiet exterior, but their presence always tends to carry weight, like they anchor situations just by being there. The card also lists that the strengths of this person are stable, attentive, and careful. So for this coming winter, this person may be someone who helps you feel safe or supported, or someone who keeps things from spinning too far out of control. Or perhaps you might be this stabilizing force. On the flip side, the Taurus energy here can sometimes be a little bit rigid, and the weaknesses on the card say that this person could be a little bit bossy, a bit inflexible, or insensitive. So even though this person might mean well, there may be moments where they are a little bit stuck in their own ways, or they could expect things to be done their way. If this is your energy, this could be a reminder to stay open to change. And if this is representing somebody else, it could show you that you will be dealing with a strong personality, someone who is not easily swayed, but who truly cares, even if they don't express it in the softest way. We can also see that this is the Taurus boss. So this person is likely a leader or someone who gets to call the shots or make the decisions. Taurus is also tied to feelings of comfort, as well as physical spaces, food, and all things cozy. So for some of you, this could hint at spending a lot of this winter in familiar environments. Maybe your home, or a regular place that you like to go to. Or it could mean that you're going to be spending a lot of time with someone who makes you feel very secure. For some of you, this could be a partner who is very loyal and very warm. For others, it could be a bit of a mentor or a friend who gives steady guidance for you during this season. The second card we have here is Air with the message, communicate, listen. This is such a beautiful card. If we take a look at the image of this card, we can see there are two small birds who are facing each other and a little bee between them. Right away, this image is giving me a sense of a light and social type of energy. Birds are often symbolic of messages and connection as well as movement, and air is the element of communication and ideas. So even though this winter could be a bit of a more quiet time, it looks like conversation and connection will be a big part of your season. This doesn't have to mean loud or overwhelming social energy. It could just be talking about meaningful one-on-one conversations, or reconnecting with people you care about, or expressing yourself more honestly than you have done so in the past. With the bee in the middle right here, there's also a sense of teamwork. There could be communication that leads to building something. Bees are also very hardworking, but they can symbolize community as well. So this could point to productive discussions around plans, goals, or shared visions, or even a growing connection between you and somebody important. It's also a reminder to listen as much as you speak. Sometimes we get so focused on expressing our point of view that we could tend to forget to really hear what somebody else is trying to say. And this card encourages a back and forth kind of flow, a flow that is balanced and with communication where both sides feel heard. This could be with a partner, a close friend, a coworker, or even within your own self-reflection. Someone with air energy or with an air sign as their sun, moon, or rising could also be important for you this winter season. Our third card here is Devotion to the Small with the number 32. The image here is so simple and also very intimate. It shows someone bent over, tending to a very tiny little flower right here. This is about appreciating and caring for the quiet and seemingly ordinary moments. It's also about slowing down and giving love to those small details. This winter might not be about huge and dramatic shifts all at once. Instead, it looks like a season where little actions will be mattering more than those grand gestures. It could be referring to a kind word, a daily routine, or time spent in silent reflection, or it could be a cozy conversation by the fire. Those are the things that will be shaping the overall tone of your winter. Devotion to the small is also about consistency, like watering a small plant every day instead of dumping a big bucket of water on it once a month. If you've been trying to build something, whether that is a relationship, perhaps a creative project, or even a new habit that you're trying to form, winter could be a time to really nurture it step by step. This energy also ties in beautifully with our Taurus card, which is also about a steady and slow-moving situation. It is also a reminder that even if things don't feel flashy or fast, they can still be very meaningful. This card also invites you to notice what is already good around you. It's easy to focus on what is missing, but here your winter forecast is saying that finding peace and even joy is possible in small and everyday things. We also have 2 of these cute little message cards. For the first card, we have Beginnings with the message, don't be afraid to start small. And there is Serenity with the message, value quiet days with only the rustling leaves breaking the silence. Wow, that's so beautiful. Let us look at the Beginnings card first. The message here is again confirming the idea of the devotion to the small card. Something in your life this winter may be starting to grow, but it could not look big at first. It might be a soft start, such as a new connection that slowly deepens, or a new project that begins a little bit quietly. It could also be a fresh chapter in your personal life that doesn't come with fireworks, but instead comes with a gentle and more steady kind of feel. Sometimes we hold off on starting things because we feel like they need to be perfect or impressive right away. But this card is our gentle little reminder to just start where you are and with what you have. The power is not in a big and grand entrance. Instead, it will be in the momentum that will build over time. And then we also have the Serenity card with our message, value quiet days with only the rustling leaves breaking the silence. And this really sets the tone for your winter. It's not about chaos or drama. It is about that calm stillness and finding comfort in a quieter pace of life. Winter might bring you more peace than you are expecting, and this could mean spending more time in your own company, or having a slower routine, or letting yourself kind of step away from background noise or pressure. It does not mean that nothing is happening, because as we saw earlier, beginnings are starting to form. But the energy here is more gentle and steady rather than loud and fast. Serenity can also point to boundaries, like choosing peace over unnecessary conflict. You might find yourself valuing your quiet time more, or protecting your own energy in a way that feels new and healthy. And when we look at all of these cards together, I get the feeling that this winter seems to be slow but meaningful growth. There is a strong and stable energy influencing your season, someone who really grounds you or helps to hold things together. Communication and connection will also play a big role, especially when it comes to honest and thoughtful conversations. You may be focusing more on smaller, everyday details rather than chasing that big, flashy outcome, and that is actually going to be such a good thing. This will be the kind of winter where small steps add up to something meaningful. For this next part of the reading, we will take a look at your inner world this winter. For this, we have the card, the Hermit, as well as the Page of Water, which is the same as the Page of Cups. Wow, so to start things off, I feel that the Hermit here fits so perfectly with our Serenity card from before. And look at how beautiful the image on this card is. It's like an ancient door of inner wisdom. And the Hermit is all about turning inward, slowing down, and finding wisdom in the stillness. It is not about being lonely. It is instead about intentional solitude. So during winter, you may find yourself craving quiet time more than usual. And that could mean something like journaling, taking some long walks, reading, or simply creating space to really think and feel without distractions. This card suggests that this winter is not going to be about outside noise. It will be about clarity. Some of you might gain some important insights about where you're going in life, as well as what truly matters to you, or what kind of relationships and environments support your peace of mind. The Hermit also points to spiritual growth through self-reflection. You could be realizing that slowing down actually gives you more direction than constantly rushing forward. Our second card here is the Page of Water. This is a really lovely contrast. Where the Hermit is more quiet and introspective, the Page brings in a lot more softness, as well as emotional openness and creative inspiration. This page often shows up when your heart starts to gently reopen after a quieter or more reflective time. So what this combination of cards tells me is that your inner journey this winter may have two layers. First, a deep period of calm reflection and real honesty with yourself. And then as winter unfolds, you'll have a light and more tender energy coming in. The Page of Water can be that first spark of new feelings, new dreams, or emotional healing. It does not have to be anything dramatic. It can be something as simple as feeling inspired again after a bit of a slow period. And this energy reminds me a lot of the beginnings message. You are not being pushed to take massive leaps. Instead, your emotional growth will be coming from allowing something small and gentle to blossom. For some of you, this could be the beginning of a new creative idea, or a new interest, or even a new emotional connection. For others, it could be about reconnecting with your inner child or your softer side after a season of being strong and steady for others. The Hermit and Page of Water together say that this winter is going to be a soft unfolding. There is no rush. It will be about rediscovering what brings you peace, listening to your heart, and letting new feelings grow at their own pace. Now then, let us look at what might be happening around you this winter, like in your environment, in your work, daily life, or opportunities that might come your way. First, we have the Three of Earth, which is the equivalent to the Three of Pentacles. And also there is the Messenger of Earth, which is the same as the Knight of Pentacles. There is a lot of stable earth energy here. And maybe this has something to do with that Taurus boss energy that we saw from before. Let us take a look first at our Three of Earth. This card represents teamwork, collaboration, and building something meaningful with others. And I love seeing this after the air with our message of communicate and listen. And the Three of Pentacles often shows up when you are part of a small group, maybe at work, in a creative project, or even in a friend group where everyone brings their unique strengths to the table. This suggests that even though your inner world is going to be peaceful and reflective this winter with our Hermit card, there will definitely be lots of opportunities to reconnect or connect and work with others in a way that is productive and supportive. Our second card here is the Messenger of Earth. This card mirrors the Taurus boss energy very well. It is steady, it is patient, and definitely very hardworking. This card does not rush in. Instead, this card shows up consistently and lays things down brick by brick. So when I look at this card, I see external events this winter being very practical and very stable for you. It looks like you could be working on something that requires patience. It might be a financial goal, career progress, or building stronger foundations in your personal life. This could be a time when your reliability really pays off, or when your efforts finally start to show results. The Three of Earth and the Messenger of Earth together tells us that this is going to be gradual growth with support. You're not going to be doing everything alone. There may be someone, or it could be multiple people, who really help you along the way. And communication, as we saw before from the air card, will be really key here to making that collaboration smooth. These are not energies of sudden breakthroughs. Instead, they are about stability, about teamwork, and really reliable and steady progress. For some of you, this could also be about a relationship that will be slowly deepening over the season. It's not going to be with big, grand, dramatic gestures, but instead it's going to be with that consistent effort and shared values, especially if your person of interest is the Taurus boss energy. Moving on, let us talk about love and relationships. Winter can actually be a very powerful time for connection. For your cards, we have the Messenger of Water, as well as, wow, this is the Two of Water, which is the same as the Two of Cups. This is such wonderful energy that we have here. The Two of Cups is one of the most beautiful relationship cards in the tarot deck. It represents mutual understanding, emotional connection, and partnerships that really feel balanced. And look at how cute these little fishies are. We see two little fish, and this actually reminds me of Pisces energy. So you or a person of interest coming in this winter could have Pisces somewhere important in their chart. For some of you, this card could signal the beginning of a new romantic connection, something soft and genuine that is going to build over time. For others, it might be a deepening of a bond with someone already in your life. It could be a romantic partner, a close friend, or someone who simply gets you. What really stands out here is that feeling of equality and reciprocity. This is not about chasing someone or being chased. Instead, it is about meeting each other halfway. And when we think back to the air card, this message really fits perfectly. There's going to be strong, healthy communication at the heart of your love and social life this winter. Our second card here is the Messenger of Water. This card is a very romantic and heartfelt energy. It is a messenger of emotion, which represents someone who expresses their feelings well, someone who offers support, and someone stepping forward with so much sincerity. This could indicate that there will be a new romantic gesture coming toward you, an emotional conversation, or a moment where someone shows up with genuine warmth. It might also mean that you could be the one who will be being more open, more willing to share what is in your heart. For those who are single, these cards suggest a connection coming in that is going to flow so naturally for you. And this connection will be built on mutual interest and real emotional depth. For those of you who are already in relationships, it points to more powerful and heartfelt communication, possibly even a romantic gesture that really will move you, or meaningful conversation that brings you two closer together. And for those of you who will be more focused on self-love this winter, this could be reflecting a deepening of your own emotional trust and learning how to show up for yourself the way you would show up for others. The energy of these two cards is not rushed or forced. It is soft, it is warm, and it is really about being grounded in sincerity. as well as being very much aligned with the Serenity and Beginnings card that we saw from before. This winter is not going to be about those dramatic highs and lows in love. Instead, it will be about steady, open-hearted moments that remind you what it feels like to be seen and to feel truly valued. Finally, let us take a look at the blessings and gifts or unexpected good things that might be coming your way this winter. There could be some pleasant surprises in store for you. We have the Nine of Earth, which is Pentacles, and also there is the Ace of Fire, which is the Ace of Wands. I really, really love the image of this Ace card. It is such a beautiful energy showing a glowing lantern that just feels so warm and magical. But let us start off with our Nine of Earth. This card is about personal contentment, as well as independence and enjoying the fruits of your own labor. It doesn't necessarily mean being alone. Instead, it is more about being at peace with where you are. You may experience moments this winter where you feel proud of how far you've come, or where you can really enjoy the stability and comfort that you've created for yourself. This card often shows up when you have worked steadily on something for a while and you finally get to enjoy the results. And actually, this fits perfectly with our earlier Messenger of Earth card. And your blessings might come in the form of deep satisfaction that will be from realizing that slow, steady steps really did lead you somewhere real and amazing. And as for our beautiful Ace of Fire card, this is a spark, a burst of energy. It is inspiration and it is excitement. And I love that this card is showing up here because, like the Beginnings card hinted to us earlier, after a season of quiet, steady growth, it looks like something new and something exciting is coming to you. This could be a fresh idea, a creative passion, or even a relationship that really starts to spark. I want to note that this ace doesn't always give us the full story though. It is just the spark, or the first step. But it's definitely a good sign that your winter is not just about stillness. It's also planting some seeds for something magical to grow in the seasons coming ahead for you. These two cards together is really quite a wonderful combination of differing energies. One of them is more about being comfortable and confident in yourself, while the other is about new energies and opportunities and things coming in for you. So the surprise this winter could bring is that you will be realizing just how strong your own foundation actually is. And from that place of stability and security, you are going to be welcoming in so many wonderful things and something new that is ready to be ignited. With that said, those are all the messages I have for you today. Thank you for joining me for this reading, and thank you for allowing me to do it for you. Please feel free to claim all the messages that you would like. And remember that because this is a general reading, not to worry if not every single message was for you. As always, let me know in the comments below if things resonated for you, and please feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I will see you in the next one. This reading is for those of you who have chosen Group 2 with the Candlelight cloud. Thank you for joining me and welcome to your reading all about what you can be expecting for this coming winter. To start things off, I have these oracle cards to let us know about the overall energy of your winter season. Think of this as the big picture or what your winter is going to feel like. Starting with our first card, you have the Gemini romantic partner. It says the strengths are fascinating, spicy, sparkling, Weaknesses are unpredictable, abrupt, misleading. An interactive style is oblique, persuasive, flirtatious. And the date is May 22nd to June 21st. So right off the bat, I feel that romance could be quite a dominant theme for you this winter season. The Lover's card in tarot is also the Gemini card, so there's definitely a lot of confirmation for love energy here. This card represents the energy of someone who is important for your coming winter season. This could be you, or it could be your love interest, or for a few of you, this could be someone else close to you, like a family member, a friend, or even a colleague who's going to play a big role in your life during this time. The Gemini archetype here is fascinating because it talks about duality, but also charm and unpredictability. On the one hand, this person's energy is very magnetic. They are entertaining, they're witty, and they know how to light up a room. They might be the kind of person who makes winter feel less heavy. Someone who brings laughter and a little bit of sparkle into the darker months. They are definitely very sexy, playful, and also persuasive. This is someone who can really draw you in with their words and their presence. But there's another side here to them too. The weaknesses listed here talk about unpredictability, perhaps some anger, or a sense of being misleading. This suggests that this person's energy is not always steady. They may blow hot and cold, or they may say one thing and do another. This does not necessarily mean that they are malicious, but it does mean that part of your winter journey will involve kind of navigating their shifting moods or their inconsistencies. If this is you, then winter is highlighting your own duality. You might be feeling pulled between wanting connection and needing space, between being the life of the party and also retreating into solitude. If this is someone else, then their presence is going to be a bit of a catalyst for your growth. They may challenge you to set your own boundaries, or to practice patience, or to embrace flexibility. Either way, this Gemini energy is going to be central to your winter story. It's going to be that spark that keeps things interesting, even if it is not necessarily always predictable. Moving on to our second card here, we have Autumn Equinox with the message Harvest Balance. This second card here is shifting us into a more of a broader seasonal energy. Even though we are talking about winter, the Autumn Equinox card is showing up to remind us that winter is always built on what came before. The equinox is about balance because equinox means equal day and night. And it's also about harvest as well as reaping what you have sown. The imagery here is also really cute. I'm noticing these little mushrooms and some acorns, leaves, a little snail, a little bird, and maybe this is a little pumpkin. This makes me think of growth and decay because mushrooms grow from decomposition, and acorns hold the potential to life, and leaves and fruit show that there is fruit of your labor, and the little creatures get to enjoy the fruit. So your winter is going to be reminding us of the energy for potential new life, as well as the ability of letting go, like a completed cycle. Your winter is going to carry that energy of balance and preparation. You will be entering a season where you're going to be asked to take inventory of what you have already gathered, such as the lessons you've learned, the relationships you've had in the past, the experiences of the past year. And altogether, it will help you to learn to decide what you want to carry forward and what you are ready to release. This card also suggests that winter will not be all about stillness. There's also a sense of reward here, of harvest, of enjoying the fruits of your labor. Maybe some of you have been working hard on something. It could be a relationship, it could be a project, or your own individual healing. And winter is when you will finally get to see some of the results. But balance is key here. If you have been feeling like you're overextending yourself, winter is going to nudge you to take a rest. And on the other hand, if you have been a little bit too withdrawn, winter is going to encourage you to reconnect. Moving on now to our third card, we have Sacred Convergence with the number 28. Wow, this card adds quite a spiritual feeling as well. Sacred Convergence suggests a gathering, a coming together of energies, people, or even different aspects of your own self. The artwork here is really beautiful. It's rather abstract and colorful, almost like this is a cosmic meeting point. And this energy is telling us that you will be having that amazing sacred convergence this coming winter. It's going to feel like a convergence of paths. You might find yourself drawn into community or into deeper connections with people who really resonate with your soul. And this is not going to be just surface level socialization. This is more about those meaningful encounters and about finding your tribe or reconnecting with people who really feel like home to you. And on a personal level, this card also speaks to integration, like different parts of yourself, your own light and shadow, your past and your future, or your inner thoughts and your outer world. All of these things are going to be coming together in harmony. Winter is a time when you'll feel more aligned, more whole, even if the process of getting there feels a little bit messy at times. The number on this card is 28, and 28 reduces to 10, which then reduces to 1, which is all about completion as well as new beginnings. So this convergence is both an ending as well as a new and fresh start. Something is coming full circle, and at the same time, something new is being born. Finally, we have 2 message cards for you. And they are Forgiveness with the message, a crushed flower still gives off a sweet scent. I love that message. And our other message here is Hidden Depths, which says you only see the surface, look beyond. Starting with our forgiveness card here. It says that a crushed flower will still give off a sweet scent. And this gives me such a powerful image in my mind. It's a reminder that even when we have been hurt, even when something has been broken, there is still beauty. There's still sweetness and there's still value. Winter is going to ask you to soften your heart, to let go of possible grudges, and to release the weight of past wounds. This doesn't mean excusing bad behavior or pretending something didn't hurt you. Instead, it means choosing not to carry that bitterness with you into the next season. Forgiveness is freedom, and this card is telling you that your winter will be a lot lighter if you allow yourself to forgive, whether that is forgiving someone else or forgiving yourself. The Hidden Depths card here adds another layer for us. It says that you only see the surface and you should look beyond. This is about realizing that there is more going on than meets the eye. People might surprise you this winter. Situations might have hidden blessings. And you yourself could discover parts of your own soul that you had not yet acknowledged before. And together with the forgiveness card, these 2 cards are suggesting that when you look deeper, beyond the surface of someone's actions, beyond the surface of your own pain, you will find compassion, understanding, and healing. Next then, let us get into your tarot cards. These first 2 cards will tell us about your personal growth. We have the Moon as well as the Four of Air, which is the Four of Swords. It looks like your journey this winter will be a little bit mysterious, but also very restorative. Let us start off with the Moon. This card is about intuition, about dreams, as well as the things that are not always clear on the surface. Kind of what the Hidden Depths card from before was hinting at. Winter is going to be a time when you are asked to look beyond appearances, not just in other people, but also within yourself. You might find that your conscious is going to be making way for your subconscious, and your dreams will be more vivid, or your intuition is going to be sharper than usual. The Moon also suggests that not everything will feel straightforward. There might be moments of confusion, of uncertainty, or even of illusion. But this is not going to be a bad thing. It is part of the process of learning to trust your inner compass. You are being guided to lean into your own intuition and also to listen to the whispers coming from your soul, even when logic doesn't really have all the answers. And alongside the Moon, we have the Four of Air. This card is about rest, about recovery, as well as mental clarity. This is the pause after the storm, that quiet moment when you lay down your sword and allow yourself to rest and heal. And together with the Moon, this suggests that your inner growth this winter will not be coming from pushing harder or doing more. Instead, it's going to come from slowing down, from taking a rest, as well as allowing some space for reflection. This combination of cards tells me that your winter is going to be all about healing. You may be processing old wounds, forgiving yourself or others. Since we also had the forgiveness card from earlier, forgiveness is definitely going to be an important theme. As well, there could be finding peace in quiet moments for you. Now then, let us shift our energy to what is happening around you. This is the tangible events and opportunities that winter could be bringing. And for that, we have the card, the Six of Fire, which is the Six of Wands. And also there is the Eight of Earth, which is the Eight of Pentacles. Starting with our Six of Fire, this is a card that talks about recognition, success, and victory. It suggests that something that you have been working on is going to be acknowledged. This could be your career, a creative project, or even within your personal relationships. People are really going to notice your efforts, and you might be receiving praise, support, or even you'll be getting a leadership role. This is the card of being seen and being celebrated. What is interesting is that this connects back to our autumn equinox card, and this is the idea of harvest. The Six of Fire is very much about reaping the rewards for your hard work. So winter is not just about rest and reflection, it's also going to be about enjoying the fruits of your own labor. And alongside this, we have the Eight of Earth. Look at how beautiful the image on this card is. Perhaps music is important to you or someone special or important for this winter season. This card is about dedication, about skill building, and about that slow and steady progress. It shows that while you'll be recognized for what you've already accomplished, you'll also be continuing to redefine your own craft. Winter might bring opportunities for more learning, for training, or for deepening your expertise in some area. Together, these two cards are saying that your external world this winter is going to be a balance of celebration as well as continued effort. You will be having moments of recognition and success, but you'll also be encouraged to keep honing your skills and keep building toward your future. Next then, let us take a look at the area of love and connection. The cards that came for you are, wow, this is the 10 of water, which is the same as the 10 of cups. And also there is the 5 of earth, which is the 5 of pentacles. That's very interesting. These two cards coming out together can be read in two different ways. For most of you watching, the message here is very warm and sweet. The 10 of Cups is one of the most beautiful cards in tarot when it comes to love and relationships. It is about emotional fulfillment, about harmony, and that sense of feeling like home that you get when you're surrounded by people who you really love, who also truly love and support you back. This winter, many of you will be experiencing exactly that. There's going to be warmth, there's going to be closeness and joy in your connections. Whether it is with a romantic partner or family or your chosen community, there is such a strong sense of togetherness and shared happiness. Now, the 5 of Earth, which is the 5 of Pentacles, is often seen as a card of struggle or being left out in the cold. But in this case, it represents loyalty and resilience, like standing side by side with someone even when life is not perfect. It's the reminder that love is not just about the sunny days. It's also about holding hands in the snowstorm as well. So for many of you, this winter will bring not only joy and harmony, but also the reassurance that you are not alone. Even if challenges do arise, you're going to have people who will talk with you, people who will share their warmth, and people who remind you that you are cherished. Together, these two cards are telling a story of love that is both joyful and enduring. The 10 of water shows the peak of emotional fulfillment for you, while the 5 of earth adds some more depth, showing that your connections are strong enough to weather through anything. And this is the cozy candlelight energy for your group, coming to life in the form of a love that is warm, supportive, and lasting. The second way that I want to interpret these two cards might only be for a few of you watching. The 10 of water is still showing that love and connection are definitely available for you this winter. There is going to be moments of closeness, joy, and emotional connection. But paired with the 5 of earth, there may also be times when you are feeling left out, or misunderstood, or a little bit disconnected. And it's that push and pull dynamic where one moment feels blissful and the next feels a little uncertain. This echoes our Gemini energy from before, that sense of duality, that unpredictability. And someone important in your life could be bringing both joy and challenge, and part of your winter journey will be learning how to navigate that. The key here is to remember the guidance from our forgiveness and hidden depths cards. When things feel confusing or inconsistent, look deeper. There might be more going on beneath the surface, and compassion will really help you move through everything. For most of you, though, it's going to be a season of warmth, of loyalty, and of emotional fulfillment. It's the kind of love that's going to feel so much like home. But for a few of you, it could be feeling a little bit more like a hot and cold dynamic, with moments of closeness mixed with moments of distance. Either way, though, the message here is very clear. Love is definitely present and around you. Connection is very possible, and your relationships this winter will be a powerful part of your story. Finally, we will take a look at the blessings and surprises that winter could have in store for you. For your first card, we have Fortune's Wheel, and we also have the Queen of Fire, which is the Queen of Wands. Starting with our Fortune's Wheel, this card represents cycles, destiny, and unexpected changes. This card says that winter will be bringing a turning point for you. something fated, and something that shifts the direction of your path. It could be a sudden opportunity, a chance encounter with someone, or a change in circumstances that will open new doors for you. The wheel reminds us that life is always moving, and sometimes the universe steps in to realign us with our destiny. Alongside this, we also have the Queen of Fire. This card is about confidence, about charisma, and creative power as well. It suggests that one of the blessings of your winter season will be the ability to step into your own strength and your own radiance. You're going to feel more self-assured, more magnetic, and more capable of pursuing your passions. Something unexpected may shift in your favor, and you're going to have the confidence and energy to embrace it. This could be in love, in career, or in your personal growth. The wheel doesn't exactly specify, but it always brings change. And remember our sacred convergence card from earlier? That sense of paths really coming together for you and meaningful encounters happening. The wheel card here is reconfirming that same energy. It suggests that people and opportunities will be showing up in your winter, and they will not be at random. They are part of the path that is really meant for you. And with that said, I'm feeling very excited for your coming winter season, and thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. Please feel free to claim all the messages you would like, and remember that this is a general reading, so don't worry if not every single message was for you. As always, trust that we do have the ability to shape our own destinies and paths. Please let me know in the comments below if things resonated for you, and please feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I will see you in the next one. This reading is for those of you who have chosen Group 3 with a snowstorm cloud. Thank you for joining me for your reading all about the coming winter season for whenever you are watching this. To start things off, we shall take a look at these oracle cards to tell us a bit about the overall energy of your winter season. Starting with the first card we have, the Cancer Boss. It says the strengths are low-key, easy, enthusiastic. The weaknesses are overly demanding, expectant, particular, and the interactive style is persuasive, emotive, empathic, and the dates are June 22nd to July 22nd. This card represents the energy of someone important in your winter season. This could be you, or it could be someone close to you, like a love interest, a family member, a friend, or even a colleague who is going to play a big role in your life. The Cancer archetype here is emotional. It's nurturing and also expressive. The strengths of this person are that they love big, they're easygoing, and they're also enthusiastic. It shows that this person has a very huge heart. They are someone who feels things very deeply, and they're not afraid to show it. They may be the kind of person who wears their heart on their sleeve, and someone who makes you feel cared for, and someone who brings warmth into the cold of winter. Their enthusiasm is contagious, and their ability to love fully is such a gift. But the weaknesses suggest that this person could be overly demanding or even a little bit egotistic. This says that this person can expect others to meet them at the same emotional effort. At times, they could come across as self-focused, not because they don't care, but because their emotions are so strong that they sometimes have a harder time seeing the bigger picture. Their interactive style is expressive, persuasive, emotive, but also empathic. This tells us that this person is going to be a bit of a mirror for you this winter. They'll reflect emotions back to you. They will draw out your own feelings, and they can encourage you to really connect on a deeper level. Whether this is you or someone else, this Cancer person's presence is going to really stir things up. They will bring forth some comfort, but as well, they'll also bring some challenge. They will push you to grow in how you give and receive love. For our second card here, we have chocolate with the message indulgence and self-care. This is such a cute card. The keywords are really interesting as well. And the imagery of chocolate is very fitting. Chocolate is rich, comforting, and often associated with pleasure and reward. It's something we turn to when we want to really treat ourselves and when we want to savor a moment of sweetness. This card is telling you that winter is going to be a time when self-care is essential. It is not about pushing yourself harder or denying yourself joy. It's about allowing yourself to really indulge in the things that bring you comfort, whether that's literal treats, cozy rituals, or simply giving yourself permission to actually rest. As for indulgence, perhaps this card is also a reminder about balance. Too much indulgence can become unhealthy, but in moderation, it is nourishing and joyful. So your winter may be about finding that balance and knowing when to give yourself a break, when to enjoy life's pleasures, and when to really step back into discipline. This card also connects back to the Cancer energy that we just talked about, because Cancer is a sign that really craves comfort and security. And chocolate embodies a very similar energy. Together, these two cards suggest that your winter will be a lot about creating that sense of emotional and physical comfort, as well as about nurturing yourself and those around you. Moving on to our third card here, we have the Bride Offers Herself with the number 43. This card adds a more emotional and spiritual theme. The phrase says the bride offers herself. And this talks about vulnerability, about surrender, and about devotion as well. The image here is more abstract, and we see flowing colors that feel passionate and very alive. It carries the energy of opening yourself fully to love, to life, and to receiving all the wonderful things that you deserve. This winter, you may find yourself in situations where you are asked to open your heart more fully. This could be in relationships where you are invited to be a little bit more vulnerable and to let someone in or to commit more deeply. It could also be in your spiritual journey as well, where you're going to be asked to surrender to the flow of life and to trust that the universe really does have your back and to offer yourself to the path that is unfolding for you. The number 43 reduces to 7, which is a number of spiritual insights as well as inner wisdom and that divine connection. So this card is not just about relationships with others. It's also about your relationship with yourself. It is about saying yes to life, even when things feel uncertain. Then we have two message cards here. The first is Courage, which says, when picking roses, don't fear the thorns. And we also have Success, which says, bloom wherever you are planted. I love these cards. Starting with the Courage card, the message here is such a powerful reminder that love, growth, and success often come with challenges. Winter could bring moments when you will be asked to step outside of your comfort zone and to face your fears or to take risks. But the message here is very clear. Do not let the possibility of pain stop you from reaching for beauty. Courage is about moving forward even when you are scared. It is about trusting that the reward is worth the risk. The Success card is also coming out to give us more encouragement and confirmation. It has the message to bloom wherever you are planted. This tells us that no matter what the circumstances you find yourself to be in this winter, you have the ability to thrive. Success is not about waiting for the perfect conditions. Instead, it is about making the most of where you are and about finding ways to grow and shine even in the coldest season. Together, these two cards are showing that your winter is going to be a season of both challenge and also triumph. You will be asked to be brave. You will be asked to open your heart, and you will be asked to step into vulnerability. But if you do, success is going to be waiting for you. You'll find that you'll be stronger than you realized, and that you can create beauty and joy even in difficult circumstances. Let us move on now to our tarot cards, starting with these first two cards to tell us about your personal growth. The first card we have is Transformation. This is the same as the Death card in traditional tarot. And we also have the Seven of Water, which is the Seven of Cups. So starting with the Transformation card, this card is not about death and endings. Instead, it is about transformation, about rebirth, and letting go of what no longer serves you. In the context of your coming winter season, this card is showing that you're going to be shedding old layers of yourself. Just like a snowstorm, the snow clears away what is meant to break, so that new life can emerge in the spring. This is a season of release and of saying goodbye to outdated patterns and of stepping into a new version of yourself. This energy actually reminds me a lot of the Bride card here, which was about vulnerability and surrender. The transformation really confirms that change and that surrender, because transformation really requires letting go and giving up control, because you cannot cling to the old if you want to embrace the new. So your inner growth this winter is about trusting the process of change, even when it feels uncomfortable. We also have the Seven of Water here. This card is about choices and dreams, as well as all the possibilities open to you. It shows that as you release the old, you'll be faced with many new options for the future. Some of these opportunities will be more grounded and real, while others could be illusions or distractions. The challenge here is to learn to identify what is good for your growth and what should be cut out, as well as to look beyond the surface and choose what truly aligns with your soul. The Seven of Water can also feel a little bit overwhelming. We can see that the image of this card shows this person looking up at all these different underwater creatures. But paired with the Transformation card, it suggests that once you let go of what is no longer serving you, the right choice will become very clear. Now then, let us look at what will be happening around you. That will be the tangible events and opportunities that your winter will be bringing. For your first card, there is the Eight of Fire, which is the Eight of Wands. And also there is the King of Earth, which is the King of Pentacles. So the Eight of Fire is a card of speed. It talks about momentum, forward action, and sudden developments. It suggests that things are going to be moving quickly for you this winter. Opportunities may come out of nowhere. Communication may flow more easily, and you could find yourself a little bit swept up in a wave of activity. This is the spark, that sudden ignition of energy that really propels you forward. This card could also suggest travel or movement. So some of you could be taking a trip, you could be relocating, or simply feeling like life is picking up pace after a period of stillness. It's going to be exciting, but can also feel overwhelming if you are not prepared. Alongside this, we have the King of Earth. This card is all about stability and abundance. It shows that even as things are going to be moving quickly, you'll still have a strong foundation to really stand on. The King of Earth is the energy of someone who is grounded, someone really reliable and successful. This could represent you stepping into greater stability and abundance, or it could be someone in your life who's going to offer their support and guidance to you. Together, these two cards suggest that your external world this winter will be a balance of fast-moving opportunities as well as grounded stability. You will have the spark of momentum, but also the solid foundations to really handle that momentum. Just like the courage and success cards from earlier, courage is all about stepping into the unknown, and the Eight of Fire shows that the unknown is going to be coming fast. Success is about blooming where you are planted, and the King of Earth says that you will have the resources and the stability to do exactly that. Now then, let us take a peek at your love forecast for the coming winter season. For the first card, we have the Five of Fire, which is the same as the Five of Wands. And also there is, it's the Love card, which is the same as the Lovers in traditional tarot. The Lovers is one of the most powerful cards when it comes to relationships. It is about union, about harmony, and the choices that we make in love. This card is saying that your winter will bring opportunities for deep connection, whether that is with a romantic partner, a close friend, or even within yourself. However, for most of you, this is definitely talking about a romantic love. But we can see that the image of this card shows a girl and a lion instead of a pair of lovers. So definitely for a few of you, it could be talking about other forms of love too. In any case, this energy is about aligning with what feels true to your heart and about choosing to love and choosing love over fear, as well as about embracing intimacy. This reminds me again of our bride card here because it is talking again about vulnerability and surrender. And love requires openness, requires really communicating and letting your walls come down. So this winter, you are being invited to open up your heart more fully. Alongside this, we have the Five of Fire. This card is about conflict, about competition, or about differing opinions. I can think of two ways I'd like to interpret this card. Usually in the context of love and connection, it suggests that while there will be opportunities for deep union, there could also be moments of tension. This could be playful banter or healthy competition or disagreements that actually push you to grow. It doesn't have to be negative because sometimes a little bit of friction is what really sparks passion and keeps things interesting and forward moving. Together, these two cards suggest that your love and connection energy this winter will be about union through challenge. You may experience moments of harmony, but you could also face situations that's going to test your ability to communicate and compromise and stay true to your own heart. This also connects back to our Cancer energy from before. Cancer is deeply emotional and expressive, but can also be demanding. And the Five of Fire and Love cards show that relationships this winter will require both vulnerability as well as courage. The second way I want to interpret the Five of Fire here is that conflict and competition could be for your love, which means there could be more than one person who is interested in you, and they may be competing for your attention and for your love. Even if you are already in a relationship, other suitors who have been interested in you or new people who become interested in you could be coming out of the woodwork. Not to worry though, because for those of you in a stable and loving relationship, the other love offers will not get in the way. For some of you, your partner might be cutely a little bit jealous. And for others of you, your partner could be thinking, wow, my person is so lovable with so many options. I am so grateful to be chosen by them. But for those of you who are single, you can expect more than one love offer coming in. With this fire energy, there's going to be a lot of passion igniting your love life this coming winter. I also get the feeling that perhaps some of these love offers might not be so obvious to you. Or maybe it's just that some of you tend to be a little bit more oblivious toward love advances, or maybe you're just not confident that people actually like you. So you tend to second guess their love intentions. If that sounds like you, then the cards here are telling you to have confidence that you are lovable and that people do want you because you're going to be hot stuff this winter. Finally, let us take a look at the blessings and surprises that the winter season coming has in store for you. We have the Star. That's an amazing card. And there is the Ace of Earth, which is the Ace of Pentacles. Starting with our beautiful Star card, this card is all about inspiration, about divine guidance, about your wish granted, as well as healing. Just like wishing upon a star and getting that wish fulfilled, this card suggests that winter will bring moments of renewal, of feeling connected to something greater, of trusting that the universe has a plan for you, and of manifesting everything that you really want. It's like the rainbow after the storm, the light that shines even in the darkest nights. And just like the theme from our success card from earlier, the idea here is that success is not just about external achievements. It's also about inner peace, about feeling aligned with your own purpose. The star shows that your winter blessings will include a sense of hope, of healing, and inspiration. Paired with the star, we have the Ace of Earth. This card is about new beginnings in the material world, such as opportunities for abundance, for new stability, as well as growth. It could be a new job, a financial opportunity, or simply just a fresh start in some practical area of your life. The Ace of Earth is that seed of abundance, the promise of something solid and something that will last. Together, these two cards show that the blessings of your winter are all about hope as well as new beginnings. You will be given the inspiration to really dream and the practical opportunities to make those dreams real. I do get the feeling that there are some wonderful blessings waiting for you this winter, only if you open your heart to receive them. Thank you so much for joining me for this beautiful reading, and please feel free to claim all the messages that you would like. And because this is a general reading, it is absolutely alright if not every single message was for you. Know that we all have the ability to shape our own destinies and paths, and please let me know in the comments below if things resonated for you. And please feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I will see you in the next one.